Hey, I was getting codes on my 92 Ranger that was a 116, not codes, one code, 116 code. Now my 92 Ranger, I'll show it to you. It's a 3-liter, and I apologize for the sound of the lawnmower over here, but I wanted to do this. It's a 3-liter V6, 1992 custom. And when I saw this code here, if I can zoom it down here, it says that the engine coolant temperature sensor signal voltage is higher or lower than expected. Okay, well that's all well and good, but the problem for me was, where is this sensor at? The engine coolant temperature sensor. And I thought, was there other sensors that were involved? And I knew that there was a sensor also for the temperature gauge, and that they were different sensors, and I couldn't find where they were anywhere, and so I just did a little research on my own and found it on my engine, to be honest with you. And I want to show you where these are, just so you know. They're over here by the gooseneck. I have the gooseneck, that is the piece that your thermostat comes out of, right down here. I have the tube that goes to the air out of the way, and I took the main radiator hose off, and if you look down in here, you'll see right next to where the gooseneck hole is the that's where my new sensor is, right there. That's the engine coolant temperature sensor, and over here is the sensor just below it that goes to the gauge, to the temperature gauge. So you can see they're kind of like, one is below the gooseneck coming out in front of it, and the other one is right next to it. So if you're looking for your sensors because you have that sort of problem, now you know where they're at. One's on the right hand side of the gooseneck, and one's right in front of it, just below it a little bit. And I want to show you one other thing too. I'd recommend every once in a while you check your thermostat. I took mine out. You know, I kind of neglect my car. It's a 24-year-old truck, so I mean, it's not like, you know, I worry about it too much, and you probably should if you have an older vehicle and you really want to hold on to it, because it's going to wear out faster. Here's my thermostat that I took out. It's in several pieces. Here's the base piece, and there's the piece that has, I think that's wax that's on there, and it was all broken inside. Here's what the new thermostat should look like, something of this nature, like this. And by the way, here's the old sensors. This particular sensor, this is your temperature coolant sensor, the one that's next to the gooseneck on the right. It has 2 wires coming out of it. This is a 25 millimeter wrench that you will need for this, 25 millimeter, if you have the original one. I think that's the original one. The one I put back in there was a smaller, it was like 19 millimeter, and the other one, I forget, there was a different size than the new size too, but it was considerably smaller. I think this was 18 millimeters to take this one out. This is the sensor for the temperature gauge. But anyway, this is Piano Davey, and now you know where your sensors are at. If you're looking for them, just right in the front of your engine, right next to your gooseneck, to the right for your temperature coolant sensor, and in the front of it, a little bit to the lower of it. I'll show you to it one more time. To the right, there's the hole where the gooseneck goes. By the way, I had to lift this up, the shroud, to get a wrench in there. I had to take the shroud off, and because I was using an open-end wrench for this. If you got a deep well socket, it's probably a better idea for your temperature coolant sensor, and a deep well socket fits well on this, because just but you might have a little problem with a deep well socket with this one, with your temperature sensor cooler, because it's got that connection on the top, and I couldn't get a socket to fit it. But you might find one. It's a 25 millimeter. But check it first. Your truck might be different than mine. I mean, I have 2 different sensors here, and they are the sensors that go with it. I got them from Rock Auto. I hope they are. We'll find out if they work or not. But anyway, this is Piano Davey, and I hope that I've helped you locate your engine coolant sensors. And keep in mind that this is a 92 Ford Ranger 3-liter V6. Other engines and other year Rangers, it's probably going to be different. You know, because these things, they don't like to be, for some reason Ford just kept them so different from one another. Anyway, good luck. Thanks.